Okay, now we're at the big hive. And a little while ago, they were really active out here. When the sun was still hitting them, they was busy. And I see a bunch of pollen coming in from all these clovers. And that's good. Let me get this out of the way. I gotta keep this from the ants climbing up the wires. There they are. Look at that, they got pollen. There's some white. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that load. I'm gonna look at this syrup. Let's see if they're devouring it like my other hive is right now. Today is the high, I think, for the next 4 or 5 days. I just looked and it was it 67? No, it wasn't that hot. Let's look real quick. Oh yeah, it's so hot right there. This one is so insulated that they really keep it warm. Okay, so let's look down. 67. Yeah, it's amazing. Dew point 49. So here is in the super frame 2. So that'll be right over here. On the top of that is 75. 73 humidity. The frame on the other side, frame 8, over here on the top is 86. So I got nearby brood. I got brood probably right next door. 48 humidity. See how they could, where the brood is, they keep it, brood or honey, they keep the humidity. Like here's up on the top, it's 80. I can feel it. It's 80 degrees up here and 73% humidity. So it's kind of cool being able to see how things, yep, they're up in the feeder. They're up here. It's funny, they always use the front one on both hives, and then there's some that are dead. And this is all crystallized. So I'm gonna maybe harvest these crystals and put them in the solid feeder here. That's what I'm thinking. Let me look and see what their jungle gym's up to. Oh, yeah, they're working it. Eating their Hive Alive patty. I can go ahead and get this out because they'll chew this paper up, and then it is down on the bottom. Let's see what they did underneath. So they got their little jungle gym to keep them from getting smushed, so they can get underneath. Look at that. And get rid of the paper. Let them go hog wild on it. You can see where they eat it. There we go. Here's our goby. And this one is the smallest. The switch bot, which is longer, is like about 0.2 millimeters less width than that. But this is probably the one I'll probably buy more of. And then I'll put it on this side because my nearest sensor is up on BEETVPTZ up there. I've got a Bluetooth receiver, an ESP32, sucking all the Bluetooth into my home assistant. Now I got bees to clean up here before I bring the syrup. These are the ones they are so excited that they fall in. And there'll be less of this because the sugar I just made is 1-to-1. So there'll be less of that happening. They hardly drown at all with 1-to-1. 2-to-1, they fall in, they can't climb out the ladder. See, there's a little ladder here on the apimaye. So they come up and then they climb down, take a drink, and hopefully not get pushed in by their sister. When they're fighting for it, though, they tend to do that. So I'm gonna do a little cleanup here. I might be able to do that. Do it live. Let's see. I've got, yeah, this little, I bought some like really cheap, like a set of like 4 different little spatulas from Spatula City. I bought the left-handed ones. There we go. Yeah. Left-handed spatulas. I don't know why the left-handed ones cost more. Just go ahead and put that there. There you go. We call that camp sugar. And then the stuff I have now is got spirulina in it, so it's going to be interesting. Let me break that up a little. I can work it. I like to put a little piece on the front board too. Watch them work that on my BTV. Put that down there. Oh, I got a new action figure too I gotta put out here. I found an action figure. Alright. Alright, what the heck? Let's take a peek before I put a bunch of syrup in here. That's a funny. I put a bunch of syrup and then forget and lift this up and spill the syrup. That was really hilarious. Put these right in here. Smells a little fermenting. When I get my sensor that I have, it's called an Apollo Air 1, and it will it can measure alcohol content, carbon dioxide, O2 levels, little gnats or little fruit flies or whatever, O2, what else, and as well as carbon monoxide, particulates. It's pretty cool. I just got to figure a way to get it into the hive, and I'm probably going to put it in my little hive. But people are, there's people that complain about the O2 levels and or CO2 levels rather. And from what I've heard, bees can tolerate real high CO2. So, hey, there's a little bit of fire, little camp sugar. Mountain camp? Yeah, that's it. Mountain camp, I think, is the name. And then without squishing, no crunches. Okay, so they're back contained. There's a bunch of them up top here. I'm gonna go and get my sugar drink.